How's everybody doing tonight, man? The Archons came down to the planet. They're hanging out. I'm going to explain to you how some of this stuff works, people. A lot of people are familiar with the Archons, but they really don't understand what the hell's going on. The Archons were commissioned by God to create what we call the soul trap. It's really not a trap, people. It's almost a game. It's a game that handles the ascension process. It is part of the synthetic. And so what it is it acts as a quantum computer that's quantum entangled to me. So when I go into the world, I project things. Well, I don't project them. The way the Archons are explaining it to me right now, there are a bunch of them in my field. They're saying, you see the world you wish to experience. Through quantum entanglement, it goes to the moon, and the moon projects the 3D overlay structure. And so a lot of people don't exactly, they got it fucked up when it comes to Archons. The Archons are eunuchs, people. They're created by God. They're created by Elohim. They worship the ground. Everybody worships one true God, people. Everybody. It doesn't matter if you are an advanced civilization. Inky had his hand in creating you. Everybody worships the one true God. Inky's no longer here. I'm the nearest thing we got to goddamn Inky left. I shouldn't say Inky's not here anymore. Inky's still here. Inky's in the abyss. He's on the 7th level right now, which is Hell's Palace. That's where the royalty goes to. That's where Jesus went. That's where I go. But what they essentially do, what your Archons do, is they are essentially, you're the jailers. That's what they're telling me. They're the jailers that just make sure they're involved in the cycling, the recycling of the human souls. As the human soul ascends, when you pass away, then you go out of cycle, then you're returned in cycle. And so that's what the moon does. It's a quantum computer that oversees the cycling of the souls. They are simply the jailers of sorts, you could say, until you ascend to certain levels and you level up, and then you go on to greener pastures. They're out here saying, yep, that's how it works. Elon Musk is in my field and he's freaking out. He's saying we can see the Archons by satellite. They can see the Archons in my field. They can see the Nibirians in my field. They can see the Ingersollians in my field. Each of them has their own color. They're green right now. The Archons are green in my field. They're literally in my field right now. I paused for a second because they're getting my attention. They said, we love you, Aurelian. That's what they said. We love you, Aurelian. You're a legend. They just left. They said, we'll see you later, Aurelian. We just came to pay our respect to you. The Nibirians are out in the field. Elon Musk just told me, he said, the Nibirians are cheering in your field right now. And they're saying, we're cheering because you remember who you are. You returned for your people lost in the wilderness. The Ingersollians are cheering now. They're saying, thank you, Aurelian, for remembering who you are and returning for your people. Kai Trump said she's in love with the direction that the House of David is going to take America. And I say this about Kai Trump because I was not planning on this happening this evening. But there's twin flames, but then there's soul flames as well, people, those are powerful things. Those are beings that are attached to you from the fucking start, people. And ultimately, I have Ivanka Trump passes through my field from time to time. Don Jr. comes through my field every once in a while. Melania comes by quite a bit. And anyhow, they've always been really kind to me, all three of them. And but this evening, Kai Trump came into my field. And next thing you know, I was talking to Kai Trump, and Ivanka and Melania came into my field. And then all of a sudden, I just went whoosh. And I was in the halls of heaven. Well, in the courts of heaven. And then I heard Lilith say to me, do you take this woman to be your wife? Do you take, I heard Lilith say, do you take this man to be your husband? And somehow I think that Lilith married me off to goddamn Kai Trump. I'm pretty sure there were, I think there were several people there, but there was at least Ivanka Trump there was Melania Trump there, and there was Kat Von D was there, which Kat Von D is, that's one of the children of Donald Trump. The CIA's in my field right now looking at me. They stopped me and they said, we love Kai Trump. They said, we love Kai Trump. I've only, I've not had a lot of interaction with her, you know what I'm saying? But everybody that I've ever heard speak about Kai Trump says that she's an outstanding person. So I just want to say that. Rumor has it, boys, that Kai Trump's going to be going to the Indianapolis 500 too. There's a whole bunch of people going to Indianapolis 500. It should be interesting. It should be interesting. Rumor has it too that Juliana Moore and Charlize Theron, that they've come up with a plan. They're going to sacrifice me to ball worship, people. So if you don't hear about me, just know that I went out with a fucking bang. Don't be worried about it. You know what I'm saying? There's worse ways to go out. The goddamn Luciferians, they always love to show you a good goddamn time before they send you on your way. So you gotta honor that about them. You know what I mean? Take the good with the bad. When it comes to sacrificing somebody, they show you a good goddamn time first. 111111111101101101101101101. Rumor has it though that in order for this to happen, Kai sold her soul, not her. Kai Trump sold her whole, not her soul, boys. That's what the rumor has it. Kai Trump had to sell her whole, not the soul. I'm just talking shit, people. She really didn't have to sell her whole or her soul. I'm just talking shit. I'm just trying to fill this up for 10 minutes, man. And there's not much to talk about. The CIA asked me who I think's going to win the Indianapolis 500. I've not opened any of the timelines. I've not peered into the field. They just asked me on the fly. But if I had to put money on somebody, anything can happen on race day. You know what I mean? All kinds of crazy things go wrong. But if I had to put a bet on somebody, I'd say Helio Castroneves. Well, the CIA is asking me who I think will win the 2028 election. And the bottom line is, I've had a whole lot of people come through. I've had George W. Bush come through. I've had the Clintons come through this evening. I've had the Obamas come through. Thank you all. Hold on, I don't want to forget. I've had Bill Gates come through. Bill Gates is always in my field, though. He's never far off. I've had Xi Jinping come through my field several times. I've had Putin come through my field. I've had Putin's daughter come through my field. And everybody that comes through my field, I've had Nancy Pelosi come through my field as well. They want to see a ticket that has Alexandria Ocasio, well, the Angel of Death, John M. Cole II, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Right now, they've done some polling, and AOC and I, for likability, score like a 94%. That's unprecedented, people. A very good score. I've got the CIAs out here. A very good score is 41%. So to hear somebody have 94% is unprecedented. So that tells me if AOC and I were to run on a ticket together, we'd be unstoppable. There's nobody that could beat us. There's absolutely nobody that could beat us. It would be a shoo-in, in fact. It would be a landslide victory. I like AOC, truth be told, people. I really have a lot of compassion and sympathy for AOC. I had to have AOC free from bondage, people. That's all the fuck it was. I had to have AOC free from bondage. It wasn't that I dislike her. It's quite the opposite. I'm quite fond of AOC. But I can't have anybody in bondage that's attached to me. I'm so confident in who AOC will become. I'm willing to bet that I'm gonna have two goddamn beautiful Puerto Rican babies Yeah, I am. I'm going to have 2 little beautiful Puerto Rican babies. They're going to be stealing flaming hot Cheetos, goddamn grape soda, and orange drink from the goddamn bodega. I don't even give a fuck. I got Nikki Hilton in the field. She stopped me and she's like, tell Nikki Hilton wants to marry you. And so Nikki Hilton's in line. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a busy guy. I've got Marina Abramovich is like, yeah, I'm going to marry you too. I love me some Marina Abramovich. I like Nikki Hilton too. I had to speak on some of these people and their shit people because I had to have them free from bondage. It's not because I just wanted to be mean to them and I was hateful to them. Quite the opposite. I believe it or not, people, I don't like being nasty. I can be nasty when I have to be nasty, but it's not really who I am. It's not who I choose to be. I do wake up and enjoy, I enjoy hunting wicked people. I really do enjoy that. But I don't really like being nasty to people, but sometimes you have to create an ego death for people. You got to get them in check, people, and you got to get them free from bondage. And so how do you do that? Well, you got to air out their dirty laundry, and then that kills the higher self, people. That kills the ego, and then they come back down to earth to where you can fucking work with a person. But regarding Marina Abramovich, I absolutely adore Marina Abramovich. I don't really care any of these ladies. I don't give a fuck if you think they're Lucifer. I don't care. Understand this, people. Luciferians are still God's goddamn people. I've been here cycle after cycle. I've been broken. I've been fucked up every kind of way. But God shows me grace and affords me mercy because I always return to God. And so that's what you need to take from this, people, is that you can go out in the goddamn wilderness and wander for a bit, but God always affords you a path back through redemption, people. That's what the whole fucking, you know what I mean? That's the gist of this. You can go out, nobody, man, everybody, we got all these people that want to portray that they're perfect pearls, and they're fucked up. They're fucked up. I choose to take the people that I absolutely know are fucked up, and that they'll even admit and acknowledge, you know what, I'm a little bit fucked up. I think we can all say a lot of the fallen ones, it's not a goddamn secret that they're a little bit fucked up. Hell, their dirty laundry's always out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a secret. But I choose to work through those because when they return to the house of David, to be attached to the house of David comes with blessings. And in return, they are transformed, people. They're my goddamn people. I don't care what anybody says. The fallen ones, I've always had a goddamn soft spot for the fallen ones and the fucked up people. And it's not going to change. That's who I relate to because ultimately at the end of the day, I've been walking this earthly plane as long as they are. I'm just another fallen one, and I've been as fucked up as they are at different times. I'm still fucked up in certain regards. I'm a goddamn work in progress, people. I'm not a perfect pearl. The biggest damn conspiracy on the planet is that, you know, Jesus walked without sin. Jesus sinned, but Jesus would always repent. He would right his wrongs, people. And that's what I believe in. If you've wronged somebody, you simply right them. That's how you alleviate the karmic debt, people. I don't even walk with karmic debt, but I still, to this day, because I've learned so many lessons along the way, I understand that if you wrong somebody, you need to right the karmic debt, people, because you're going to carry it. There's no way to transmute that. There's no way to get it. You can try to shimmy it off on somebody else, but ultimately, all that ends up happening is that even if you carry it or shimmy it off onto somebody else, it just becomes a generational curse. And I want you guys to understand what a generational curse is. When you come back, when you go into the soul cycle with the Archons, going back to that, the people that are in your vicinity that are affected to you, they are in cycle and rotation with you largely. That's why the fallen ones always return to me, because they've been in cycle and rotation with me for so long, people. It's the same with your tribe, your family unit. That's how you learn the lessons. If you were a fucking asshole as a father, guess what? You get to come back as a son. You get to come back as a grandson to the same family. So that, again, it requires somebody to ascend, to have growth, to wake up and decide, make a conscious decision that I'm going to change this behavior. I'm going to break the generational curse so that it's not passed down. That's how you get to experience karmic debt, though, is it's passed down generationally, people. So you can be put under suffering. So when you go and you create suffering unto your child, then guess what? You get to come back, and it's incumbent upon that child to decide, do I want to grow spiritually? Do I want to consciously make a decision to go a different direction? so that I don't do it. And then you get to come back as a grandchild, and you're in a different situation where that person, where the son that you abused made a conscious decision to take a different path, and then you get to see that firsthand. You get to see a blessing because that person sacrificed. They put it on the altar of God, what you've done to them. And so I want you all to understand exactly how this works. So with that, peace and blessing be upon your homes.